Hey there, LEGO fans. Welcome back. Alex here. I am going downstairs in my really dark basement. So today is a very hot summer day, and the basement is perfect to come down on days like this because it is nice and cool down here. So it's a nice escape from the heat of the day. Now, the winter time, not so much, but days like today, it is great. Let me turn all these lights on here, and we'll get into the project of today's video. And I got one more thing to turn on here. There we go. All right, lights on, all the LEDs. Cool. Okay, this is what we're working on today, guys. As you guys know, some months ago I redid this whole entire section, and part of that, a big part of that, was increasing the height of the platform that the airport and the hospital are on. And I did that so that I could allow more room underneath with my trains. I mean, my trains would fit anyway, even with just the lower platform of the downtown area, but I wanted to make sure I can go in the back there and reach in just fine to grab trains and move them around. And for the most part, that's been great. It worked exactly as I planned it, and I have a lot of room under there. However, the honest truth here, guys, is it's kind of an eyesore. I don't think it has a good flow to it. And I have all these gaps right here that I haven't covered up, and I've been thinking about how do I cover up these gaps and make it look, natural, but I haven't been able to get to it because, well, life is busy, or I'm just lazy, whatever. But my thought is, well, what if I lowered a little bit? Just a little bit, not a lot, so that basically when you look at these large gray base plates out of the paneling in the front, it would be just a normal 32 stud base plate. So basically it would be 10 inches high. So you have 7 inches in height right here, the difference between these two, right, with the downtown area. And then this platform would be 10 inches. So basically we're cutting down this by 4 inches is what we're looking at. And I'm also hoping that in the process it allows me better access to reach these two mocks up at the top, because a lot of times when I'm showing off my city, I like to show the interior of these buildings, and I just can't reach it. I'm just a short guy. And now I don't know that if lowering it by 4 inches is really going to make that big of a deal, but regardless of that result, I think the aesthetics are going to be a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is we'll put the camera down, we'll turn the time lapse on, and I will of course have to move everything off of this platform. I don't want to risk this all collapsing, but that's what we're going to do. Systematically take this all down and then rebuild it, the platform, and hopefully we still have good space underneath that I can reach in to get to my trains, and hopefully aesthetically speaking it will look better in that regard, because right now, I don't know, it's just it's a bit much. It's a bit much. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. And we are back. Now, before I get into this, I am willing to bet that if you did not see the introduction or the time lapse of this video and started right here, you probably wouldn't notice much of a difference, right? But we know that we lowered this thing down by 4 inches, and I gotta say, it looks a lot better. I'm much happier with this height. Now, one thing that happened as a good thing is the ramp that came up here. So this hill right here, when I put it back together, I noticed, you know what? It's not that steep. I might actually be able to put road plates on it. So that's what I did. So as you can see here, I put a parking lot here and a way for them to actually get to the other side of the hospital. And yeah, there is a bit of an angle, but it's not so bad that you feel like you're going to tip over. And look at this transition right here. Look how nice and even that is. I couldn't have that was just luck right there is what that was. It wasn't skill, guys. But here's the Speed Champions Porsche here. It scrapes a little bit. You can hear it right about there. I'm very happy with that that transition point there from when it goes to the angle to the flat road plates here at the top. Now, big change here was the actual airport here is moved over by 16 studs, and I did that because, well, I'll show you in the back, there was some configuration with the airport shuttle track I had to switch around. But what I had to do here is I no longer was using the large gray base plates there. So it's all the 32 by 32 base plates that are actually from real Lego airports. And you know what? I think it actually looks a little better. It doesn't look like it's cramped. We still have a nice big runway there. We have a good flow. And the road plates don't protrude in really far. Before, they went into it by another 32 studs, and they had the little roundabout going through here. But now the roundabout's right here because we have the new roads going around the back now. So it's just a nice little loop right there around the hospital. And we have a good drop-off zone right here for our airport. So that is looking very, very good. So yeah, I think that turned out pretty good. There was this gap though right here. There was this big green area between the two buildings. What am I going to do with that? And I had that old jet from before, and it just never fit in my airport previously. I thought, you know, it'd be kind of fun to put that as a display model there in the front of the airport. And you know what? It's pretty cool. I was just fooling around with that, and I put it on there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to keep it. It looks really good. Nice little angle there. Fun for people to see, kids to see as they drive around these two behemoth of mocks that I have here on this level. Anyway, let's see. Now, it wasn't all great. There were some things that happened that weren't very good, and one of those was over here. So this protruded a little bit more because obviously as the ramp went down, it pushed this part further out, and I just don't like how it's overlapping these buildings right here. And that police station, gosh, it's turning into an eyesore because it's right at the same height as the runway here, and I don't know, airplane comes and lands and takes out the antennas there. So this area right here, I got to figure something out. I'll have to figure out a way to rearrange them a little bit. But for now, I'm just going to leave them there. But that's definitely something I got to think of. All right, let me go over to the back here. And one thing I had to sacrifice was the control tower. I got to figure out where to put the control tower because the base was right here before, and it was fine because there was one of those larger gray base plates. But now I have an airplane parked here. I got to get the jetway down to this plane somehow. There's still this massive gap right there where somebody can just walk out and fall down, reminiscent of the movie Dumb and Dumber, if you guys have ever seen that. Still love the looks of this roof. It's just pretty. I love it. All right, so here we are on the other side. Now, what you guys are going to notice is there's a lot of different crazy colored flowers through here. And I did that on purpose. And I know it's very busy looking, but the idea was that I wanted to have something colorful around the hospital to call it Rebecca's Garden. And as you guys know, that's the name of my hospital, is the Rebecca Memorial Hospital. And so I just wanted something fun and colorful outside. So that's just the beginnings of it. And yeah, I'm not really good with the flower stuff. So I know that. You don't have to tell me, but it's a start, right? Okay, so here we are on the other side. Really nice transition with the road plates again. Here's this fire engine we got here. Doesn't scrape at all. Look how low that is too. No scraping. I love that. That just happened so well as I knocked this sign over. I can't tell you guys how many times I knocked this thing off when I was building over here. Bam, 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 just over and over again. Anyway, but while I'm showing you the airport shuttle station, this looks like a legitimate airport shuttle station now. I wanted to have the hospital have its own dedicated airport shuttle station. Now I get that it's very, very close to this station, right? So if I just, go down there, wake up, there we go. And that's it, right? Wow, really, really far. But if you end up in that station, inside the airport station, then you got to walk all the way out and then across the street and so on and so forth. So it's just not good. Whoops. Oh, sorry. Let me turn that back on there. See, we can't be too hard on the airport shuttle. It's over 30 years old. It's a miracle the thing even works still, right? So moving on to this side. Now with the airport shuttle track, one more thing I want to mention on this thing is that because the height difference with this is that I got to one of these loops or bridge elements for it. So it actually saved me some track. And that's why I had to push everything down a little bit to make sure that this actually fit. Now, what didn't fit was this right here. So I have a train here to demonstrate the clearance here. So as this thing went down, I actually had to completely recut this whole board here that's on an angle. So I took it up to the garage and I cut this completely off so I don't have that cool tunnel element anymore. But when I put this back on here, I thought, uh-oh, this might be too short. I don't think it's going to fit in there. So this is my Guinea Pig engine here. And if you listen, it's a little bit on the way down. Just a little bit. I think maybe 1 or 2 plates in height, it would be okay. It would clear it okay. I even took some of the felt away so it's not so pudgy right there. But I could just cut it back a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 inches, and that would probably take care of the problem. Or I could leave it as is, and honestly, no one would know the difference. And I don't ever use this track. I just put it there for, because it looks cool and it connects the upper and lower sections of track, right? So anyway, but it's going to bug me the way it is, so I'll figure it out so all of my trains can go up and down there. Because some of you have told me you want to see all my trains running, and I think that's a great idea. I will do that. So anyway, all right. Before I go back to the other side here, I do want to make mention that when you park your car in this parking lot, make sure your parking brake is on, because it might not look too steep, but it is. Any car on that, boom, you're asking for it. Whoops, that went right through the railing too. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Okay, all right. Okay, I think that's it, guys. I think I covered everything. I think I've been talking a lot too. Sorry about that, rambling on and on. I hope that this and any other video is good inspiration for you. I love hearing back from the community that it's helped give some ideas, some inspiration on building your own Lego cities. And I, in turn, enjoy hearing from you guys in the comment sections about your recommendations for not just for my city, but for future videos. It helps me out a lot. So it's a good give and take with you guys. So I really, really appreciate that. And also have some fantastic things coming for the downtown area. There's a mock design from a friend that I'm going to build. It's going to be super awesome. It's going to be big. So look forward to that. I think I have all the pieces to start that this weekend. It's going to be a great project. And like I said, I'll do a video about all my trains as well, including the mocks. Why not? Okay, guys, I think that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think of this update, and we'll see you again very soon. Till then, bye-bye.